Hey guys, welcome to Shadow Hobbies Raw Review of the Senton 4x4. This is brand new. We just got it the other day. I haven't had time to do the video up until now. So what do you say we open up the box and see what we got? As you guys know, I don't rehearse. Contrary to my critics. I got some critics out there. Hey, you know what? Everybody does their videos their way. I do mine my way. How about you guys do your videos the way you want? I'll do my videos the way I want. There's the nice pretty box. Okay, we talk about boxes in my videos. Pretty as a picture, but I'm not going to spend any time on it. Okie dokie. So we got some nice packaging here. There's a radio in here too. How about that? Okay, this is the new truck. By looking at the size real quick, it seems to look like a standard size 10 scale. I don't think it's not shorter, it's not longer. I would probably venture to say that it's the same wheelbase as a Traxxas. They do give you a little tool kit here if you want to see. Looks like there's a wheel wrench, couple Allen wrenches, nice. And these little shock spacers that are in the package to stiffen up your suspension if you want. So, and obviously an instruction book. And the Tactic TTX 300, which is not a bad transmitter, quite frankly. You get a solid block, maybe a block and a half out of them. Okay, as you can tell, I'm all alone here at Shadow Hobbies, as I have fired everyone, or they have quit, one way or another. What are you gonna do, huh? So, okay, so we got on right off the bat, nice body, nice graphics, pretty. Arrma does a pretty decent job. Obviously 4x4 all over it, and you know, little fake exhaust coming out of the side here. Trying to be a little bit more detail oriented, as my critics would have it. So right off the bat, plastic chassis. I'm looking at it real quick, kind of looks kind of modular, and I believe I saw something on the box about things being modular, which again, I never study anything, but that's the way I roll. Plastic axles, plastic turnbuckles. You know, this is an economy truck, and I forgot to look up the price. Hey, so shoot me. What do you want me to tell you? I can do that later, or you guys can do it. Yeah, I'm a hobby store owner. I know all about it. I'm supposed to know more about details, blah, blah, blah. Again, my critics. What are you going to do? So, okay, pretty cool. Right off the bat, we got splash guards in the front. Okay, keeps some of the dirt out. That's pretty nice. Plastic axles, plastic center drive shaft. So right away, I'm seeing a spring tensioner for the slipper. I'm assuming that's for, if you guys can see that. And we have looks like a slipper drive shaft here. Lighting's kind of bad in here, but I'm gonna say, yep, this actually moves. You get some spring in here, so that'll keep a drive shaft from bending on an impact. And looks like on the bumper here, if you can see that, it's got a little bit of cushion, so that'll get good for frontal impacts. Not too bad. Same thing on the rear. We got a cushion here to take up some of the absorption if you get hit from behind or if you tumble it. Plastic shocks, can always upgrade them later. Again, plastic drive shafts. These are slider drive shafts. Takes the bind out. Okay, you can see as it goes up and down where this will slide up and down for you guys that are new to this maybe. Okay, now I'm seeing something kind of interesting here real quick. It says pull. There's a little tab here. Again, I apologize for the lighting. I should have turned on another light, but too late. I'm thinking that if you pull out a couple of screws from the bottom here, you pull on this tab and you can pull out the whole gear assembly. And I believe the same may go for the steering servo and the speed control. You'd only have to unplug from the motor right here, and you can pull this whole assembly out as a whole. Obviously, you would have to take out this screw on the bottom here of the steering servo, and then you can pull this whole thing out here to change the servo. I would say that's to make it easier for the consumer to work on. Because, you know, we try to encourage our customers to try to make an attempt at doing repairs themselves, because our store, I get 60 bucks an hour to work on things. I mean, I'm an adult. I don't get 10 bucks an hour. It's not going to happen. So, and with my engineering background, you know, you're going to pay a guy like me, period. So, I don't know what the rest of the world's getting out there. Another thing, on the battery, I can see this has removable battery eliminators in it. So you can put a bigger battery in here. I'm assuming for a LiPo battery, you can't run this on a 3S. The speed control is really not built for 3S. Again, and to mention now on the speed control, by moving these little black tabs here, you can move this from nickel metal to LiPo. And it's their standard Mega ESC. And you can have it set up for reverse or no reverse. Interesting. Again, what else am I missing here? Got a 12-turn motor, okay, which is comparable to, I'm assuming, to the Traxxas one. Can't tell you if it's as good or as, you know, equal to, or if it's going to last any longer. It looks pretty close to being identical, I hate to say. You think Arrma would stop trying to copy Traxxas, but oh well. Hey, I didn't say that. I omit that. I take it back. So now here's the one thing is, now a guy like a store like us, I don't see anything here that's comparable to what we've bought before from Arrma. So for us, we got to bring in a whole new slew of parts to support the product. Hopefully Arrma will keep this around for a few years, because after, when we buy our vehicles, we generally, all hobby stores, we got to buy a few $100s worth of parts for each model. So if they got 20 models, you know, times you know, a couple $100, it starts to add up. HPI, I know alone, we have over $50,000 in parts for HPI to cover all their models since I've started the store 2012. That's just HPI. Traxxas probably equal to the same, you know, but we're carrying close to $1 million in inventory anyway. All right, besides that, looks like steering bell crank wise, it's all plastic. Everything's generally plastic. I'd say the truck weighs about 4 or 5 pounds. I'll see if I have another vehicle down here. I'll do a little side-by-side for you real quick. I just happen to have a slash here. So if you can see that or not, let me see. I might have to adjust this a little bit. So same wheelbase as I kind of figured. You know, looking at them, the Arrma one is a lot busier than the Traxxas slash. This is only a 2-wheel drive slash. I didn't happen to have a 4x4 laying around at this time, or I was just too lazy to go out in the shop and get one. But, you know, bumper to bumper, they're about the same. So, what was my point? Same wheelbase, I don't know. We got the little side guards here. Look pretty tough. The bumpers, like I said before, I guess you could hang some mud guards from here. I don't know what that's. It could be to keep the body from getting bent, maybe. I'm not quite sure. That's pretty much about it. I mean, this is the first review of this vehicle. The tires, you could always go to a different kind of tire. These are obviously made strictly for dirt. If you want to mix it up a bit, let me just go run to the wall real quick and I'll show you something. I'm coming. All right, and I'm back. So if you wanted to mix these up a little bit, you could go with some J-Concept G-Locks or something like that. You can always throw these on here. We got them in white. All right. That might look a little bit cooler. They're the same height. Got that? Or we could go with black. I kind of like the black better, but so there's a lot of little doodads that you could do to this right out of the gate. As far as suspension goes, Hot Racing has got some nice shocks that we tend to use. Those could easily get thrown right on here. They're behind the other wall. I'm not running to go get them. But there's a lot of upgrades you could do to this without having to get them made specifically from the manufacturer. I don't expect you'll see many upgrades for this for a year or so. I guess they'll probably see how well it goes. You could go to a steel turnbuckle. You could take ones off of one of the Traxxas ones that are kind of short and go to a steel turnbuckle right here to upgrade these, because these are definitely going to break. I doubt RPM's going to make them. RPM's really stingy about what they make upgrades for. I know, like in the case of Red Cat, I've been asking them to make some upgrades for that vehicle, and they just won't touch it. I don't get it. They sell a lot of vehicles. It just blows my mind. Maybe you guys could start hammering on RPM about making some upgrades for Red Cat, because they could use it. That's pretty much about it, guys. That's all I really got to say about this one. Give me a like if you could. Subscribe. It would be a really big thing. Try to just share the video if you could. Look on our repair channel on Shadow Hobbies YouTube channel. I'm trying to do more and more as every day goes by. I kind of doing this place by myself, so it's it's a lot of time, a lot of hours. All right. If you should be in the area, Shadow Hobbies is open Wednesday through Sunday. We open 11:30, except for Sunday. We open at noon. We're here till 7:30 at night from Wednesday to Saturday, Sunday noon to 5. And stop by, guys. And like I said, give us a like, subscribe, and all that other good stuff.